Hi, this is Pat Sullivan from the Limerick Post Show. I'm joined today by Lloyd John, a singer-songwriter from Limerick. Lloyd, how are you?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Not too bad, no complaints. We actually talked a few months ago, so this is kind of like a
We did.
catch-up, or where are they now kind of a interview.
Yeah, man.
So like
Yeah,
you've
man.
been playing, you played some gigs recently in the
Did.
last month.
Yeah, I had a busy month. I did two headliners in Cork, in Fred's and Spappy and Faunach, which was a lot of fun. Made some very good memories there. And I played with some Limerick lads, a band called Vacuity, and a whole roster of bands in Pharmacia, and that was a full house, and that was like a lot of fun. And I met some really nice people and some new friends as well, which is really good. And I suppose I played Cypress Avenue at the end of May, opened up for a legend of an artist called Baby Queen. She's a South African artist, and she's kind of getting a lot of attention at the moment because she's like done a lot of the music for the soundtrack for Heartstopper. It's a show on Netflix at the moment, and it's like it's really, really good. So yeah, things are going pretty cool.
And you play with Happy Alone Happy band.
Yeah. So in Limerick, in Dolan's, that was actually my debut in Dolan's, and it was a lot of fun. Happy Alone are really, really cool guys, and I really appreciate that opportunity to get my leg in the door to Dolan's, I suppose. Obviously, an amazing venue, and I was very happy to be there. So yeah.
And what's it like playing with a band? Going from solo to playing with like other people, is that better, worse, or does it really make too much of a difference? You're still singing at the end of the day.
It's so much better. I think anytime you start to collaborate with other people that have similar interests with you, it's automatically going to get so much better. There's a time and a place for solo. Solo music and solo writing and everything is appropriate. But like collaborating is like so much fun. It's worth it. It really is. And playing with the lads, they're so talented. So I've no complaints. Anyway, yeah.
And have you ever wrote songs with other people a lot in the past? Have you ever wrote like with people? What's that kind of like? If you have.
So yeah, I'm starting now a lot more. Obviously, like living at home when I was growing up and stuff, I'd just be writing by myself. But as soon as I moved out, you'd be meeting people the whole time and just hopping into a session for a few hours and just seeing what happens with no pressure behind it is always kind of the best way to go about it. If you go into a room expecting to come out with a certain amount of songs, it's not going to really work out. You kind of go in and just have a laugh and see what happens, and that's kind of where the best product comes from. You know what I mean?
But would it feel restrictive in a way? Like solo, it's just you writing away by yourself. Here you kind of like different ideas. Would it be any button of heads, really?
Yeah, for me personally, I feel like I write really good like personal songs when I'm by myself, which makes sense because I'm not really scared about judgment while I'm writing the song. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like, so yeah, doing like solo writing with like let's say writing with a piano in a dark room and you're trying to write a sad song or something like that, that's obviously going to come out pretty cool. But when you're collaborating with people, you're going to get opened up to a whole like maybe writing style or genre that you've never even like looked at before, and then that might spark something. So it really depends on the situation, it depends on the song, and it depends on what mood you wake up that morning. Do you know what I mean? There's no real like method to it. It's weird. Yeah.
And last we spoke, I think, was back in March, so it's a good while now. Actually 3 months.
Man.
Like country was starting to just open back up. Things were opening back up, and we knew what direction we were heading. And musicians were finally, gigs were coming back. They're coming to the norm, especially in the summer. So now that you had gigs coming up, you play them now. How did it feel getting back into the swing of things with gigs?
So good.
How did it
feel?
Good.
Yeah, it's like I got a good shot of it before COVID, but it was like very early days with the band. Like I was gigging a good bit like before solo and stuff, but since COVID, like since we've been able to gig again, we're doing it properly this time. Like we're having a good go at it, and it's very, very, very fun. It's the best part of it, I think, just when you get to present everything you're rehearsing for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that was our debut in Dolan's with Happy Alone Happy, was it? And
Yeah.
how did that feel? Atmosphere, like how did you feel? Nervous, delighted?
No, I don't. I've been on stages since I was like really, really small, so I don't get nervous. Uh, about like stage fright and all that. I would get a bit of nerves, like maybe just a few seconds before going on, because I know how I want to perform, and I want to make sure I put on the best show I possibly can. And I'd be nervous about not doing that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
only for a split second. The second I get going, I'm all good. You know what I mean?
And when you compare like Cypress Avenue to Dolan's atmosphere, is it the same? Is one wilder than the other, would you say? Or
No, all my shows are the same.
All the same.
All my shows. Yeah, it doesn't matter if there's 2 people in the room or 300. Like, you're gonna get the same show. Like, we'll do a mosh pit with 3 people. I don't care. I've done it before.
I suppose, yeah, it's true. You're experienced really now, so it's all, when you're back in the swing of things, and hopefully it keeps going, obviously. But
yeah.
So like, you're a singer songwriter, obviously. Back out writing songs as well. Writing process, that's still going strong as well. On top of the gigs, you're working on anything new at the moment?
I've got a festival that I'm running, and this is the second year of doing it. It's called Revival. It's going to be in Pharmacia this August 5th and 6th, and we've got some really cool acts. I'll be performing myself, but we've got Khaki Kid from Dublin, Cooks Pupper Chefs from Dublin, Pork O'Mara, he was on The Voice. We've got literally all of the leading Limerick bands all on this lineup, and all the rappers. It's a 2-day festival. The first day is for like indie rock pop stuff, and then the second day is like hip hop based and kind of like just dancey, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of fun, and I'm excited. So if you're around August 5th and 6th, definitely come into Pharmacia. It's going to be a lot of fun. I promise you that.
Good. And you're no longer involved with Summerfest, which is on this weekend.
Some stuff happened with my band, so we won't be a bit I can't even speak, available for tomorrow. But yeah, I hope it runs smooth. It looks really cool, and the acts that are headlining it look really, really cool. So yeah,
it'll be good. It's good. And I'm stalking your social media, obviously, just to get ready.
Yeah.
I hope that didn't sound too creepy, but I
know that's okay.
You said that there was you're teasing a new video or something, a crazy video in the next coming months. Can you talk anything about that?
I've a lot of cool stuff coming in the next 2 weeks. The start of something, like the start of a rollout of a lot of stuff. So I'm really excited for that. So just keep an eye on my social media and my Spotify and stuff in the next 2 weeks, and just hopefully you stick around for a few months to come, because I've got a lot of cool stuff coming out, videos, music, the whole lot. So yeah,
sounds like a big event for the year. So
yeah, man.
What do you hope to achieve wholly by the end of the year, success-wise, with these songs and music videos?
Look, I'm more focused on making like decent music that people would like to listen to, and I would just hope that people will come to my shows eventually and hear the music live. I suppose my main focus is just to be able to do this and continue to do this as a full-time career. You know what I mean? That's like what I want. And if I've got there, then we can move on to the next goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And say like if you wanted to branch away from Ireland in general, kind of like Pat Reynolds a few weeks ago, I spoke to, he's in London now.
Yeah.
Is there any like dream destination for you, country-wise, city-wise? Where would you like to end up maybe in a few years? I know it's because that's kind of a long-term goal, really.
See, I don't know. I feel like growing up, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to LA and I'm gonna be this huge person, and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna go to London because there's more connections there, there's more contacts, whatever. But in terms of settling down, I haven't even thought about that. But I know I have my eye on London, and I do enjoy going to Dublin for writing and for music. So look, I haven't got any plans at the moment. Cork is my home, between Cork and Limerick, and I love Cork, and I love coming back to Limerick. So I'm satisfied for now, but I will be doing a lot of traveling in the next year or two. And I suppose I haven't seen enough of the world to know where I want to like finish and settle down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not really going to think about that right now.
That's true. Just wondering, because Cash, like I said, he's in London now, and a lot of musicians branch out. But sounds like.
Well, it's crazy. Like I'm going to London to see Cathal in like a week or two, and it's like €30 return to go there and come back. It's like it's cheaper than a bus or a train. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
she's actually is. I didn't think about that at all.
so like I'm happy to jump between places. I don't really mind. I enjoy traveling. So
Yes, that's good. That's good. It sounds like you're in for an eventful year, and the last few months have been great. Thanks to everything being lifted, which is good. So,
yeah,
if you want to talk about
absolutely.
that festival one more time, actually, before we finish up, that you're doing.
Yeah, well, like it's the second year running. The last time we did it was just at the very, very end of COVID. Like the first time COVID restrictions lifted for gigs, we did an outdoor festival of like, I think it was 100 people capacity. I didn't want too many people there. I just capped it at 100. And it was really cool. It was sold out and it was a big party. So there was some sort of high demand for it to happen again after everyone kind of realized that this is something really cool that started. So I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it again, but let's do it in the city so more people can access it, because we were doing it out in the field last year. And do it in the city and make it 2 nights and make it a higher capacity. So yeah, August 5th and 6th, and there's some really cool acts. It's called Revival, and it's on social media. You can just look it up.
Actually, before we go again, like I said, there are 2 nights. Like stamina wise, because I'm assuming you're practicing actually the whole time for these kind of gigs. We do festivals, and then you're playing them live. Do you ever get like exhausted by it all?
We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Like we've rehearsed. We had 2 years of COVID to rehearse enough. You know what I mean?
You've been waiting too long for it, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. It's go time. You know.
Yeah.
My dogs are barking.
He's ready to go as well, I suppose.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Lloyd, and
No
wish you luck in the future, and congratulations on the gigs and Dolan's, and hope you have a good year.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Enjoy the summer as well. Hopefully good weather will be coming, more good weather and heat. Hopefully.
Yeah, man, you too.
You too. Thanks.
Yeah.
Talk to you.
See ya.